You know that feeling, right? You're online trying to buy something,
Yeah,
and suddenly you're just buried under specs, reviews, endless details.
totally. And you just want someone to like cut through it all.
Exactly. Just tell me what I actually need to know. Is it any good?
Well, that's pretty much the idea here. Welcome to this deep dive. We try to be that shortcut for you.
Yeah, we grab a product, sift through the info, the reviews, everything, and pull out the really important bits.
And today we're tackling a popular one on Amazon, the JBL Vibe Beam. Those true wireless earbuds with the deep bass sound.
Ah, yes. Wireless earbuds. So many choices out there. Our mission then is to see if these JBLs actually live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Using the product details and, really importantly, what actual buyers are saying.
Let's do it. So the product name again, JBL Vibe Beam True Wireless JBL Deep Bass Sound Earbuds.
And category-wise, if you're searching on Amazon, it's electronics. Then you drill down through headphones, earbuds, and accessories.
Right, into headphones and earbuds, and finally, earbud headphones. Very specific.
Oh, it is. So what are the key specs we're looking at?
Okay, so brand is JBL, obviously. Color is mostly black, but people in the reviews mention white and beige too.
Okay.
They're designed for in-ear placement, in-ear form factor, standard stuff. Impedance is 16.
Which means, in simple terms,
Basically, they don't need a lot of power, so they'll work fine straight from your phone or tablet, no special amp needed.
gotcha. And they use 8mm drivers.
Yep, 8mm drivers. Those are the little speakers inside. JBL pushes the deep bass sound angle, and driver size can play a role there, though it's not the whole story.
Right. What about connectivity?
Bluetooth 5.2. That's pretty current, good for connection stability and battery efficiency.
Speaking of battery,
Hmm,
the claims sound pretty big.
they do. They advertise up to 32 hours total. That's like 8 hours in the earbuds themselves, and then another 24 hours stored in the charging case.
Oh, that's a lot if it's true.
And there's a speed charge feature too. 10 minutes of charging supposedly gives you another 2 hours of playback.
Well, that's handy. Like if you forget to charge them overnight.
Exactly. Could be a lifesaver. We'll definitely need to see if the reviews back up those battery claims.
Definitely. What about water resistance? Workouts and stuff.
Yeah, the earbuds themselves are IK54 certified, meaning they're protected against dust ingress and water splashes from any direction. So, yeah, sweat during a workout, getting caught in a bit of rain, should be okay.
But not swimming, presumably.
Oh, definitely not. And the case is only IPX2 rated.
Which is much less, right?
Much less. It can handle dripping water, like light rain hitting it at an angle, but that's about it. So be careful with the case around water.
Good tip. Keep the case dry. What other features do they mention?
Well, there's hands-free calling. They have this thing called voice aware.
Voice aware.
Yeah, it's supposed to let you hear your own voice more naturally when you're on a call so you don't feel like you're shouting.
Interesting.
They also talk about the design and ergonomic stick-closed design. The idea is to get a good seal in your ear.
Better seal for better sound isolation, and maybe that bass they keep talking about.
That's the theory, yeah. And something interesting popped up in a review. Someone mentioned JBL headphones app.
Oh, what about it?
It apparently has a 10-band graphic equalizer, an EQ.
Ah, okay. That could be really important.
Definitely. It means you can tweak the sound profile yourself. If you find the bass lacking or maybe too much treble, you can potentially adjust it. That adds a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, that could address some of the sound complaints we might see later. What comes in the box? Standard stuff.
Pretty much. You get the earbuds, the charging case, a USB-C to USB-A cable note, Type A on one end, 3 sizes of silicone ear tips.
Crucial for fit.
Absolutely. And then the usual warranty card, quick start guide, safety sheet, all the paperwork.
Right. And I see options for protection plans too, like 2-year, 3-year.
Yep, and an Assurian plan as well. Plus options for gift receipts, and it looks like used versions are sometimes available if you want to save a bit.
Okay, choices are good. So that's the product on paper. Now, the really interesting part. What do actual users think?
This is where it gets real. We're looking at, 21,441 global ratings.
That's a huge sample size.
It is. And the average score is 4.3 out of 5 stars. Generally positive then.
Seems like it. But the devil's in the details, right? What are the common positive themes?
Okay, digging into the positive comments. Number 1 seems to be value for money. A lot of people feel they sound really good for what they cost.
That's always a strong selling point. What else?
Quality too. People mention they feel well built, not cheap or flimsy, especially considering that price point.
Good. Anything else stand out?
Battery life. That claim seems to hold up for many users. Lots of comments about them lasting all day, being really impressive.
Okay, so the battery isn't just marketing hype for everyone. That's good to hear.
Seems so. Also, general functionality. People say they just work well, and some specifically call out good performance for phone calls, maybe helped by that voice-aware feature we mentioned.
Right, and comfort. Earbuds can be tricky.
True. And on the positive side, many find them quite comfortable even for wearing them for long periods. But there's a catch they often add once you get the fit right.
Okay, so finding the right ear tip size and getting them seated properly is key for comfort.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us into the negative feedback. Because fit isn't great for everyone.
Right, let's hear the other side. What are the main complaints?
Well, despite the positives, sound quality is actually a mixed bag in the reviews.
Mixed? How so?
Even with the deep bass name. Yeah, kind of surprising. Some people say the noise canceling aspect isn't very strong. Others found the volume gets too loud, like uncomfortably loud, and can distort at the top end.
Distortion is never good.
And then, yeah, contradicting the name, some users specifically complain about a lack of bass, describing the sound as teeny.
Kitty, that's the opposite of deep bass. How could that be?
It's a big contradiction. Like we said, bass perception is really sensitive to getting a good seal on your ear canal. If the fit's off, the bass just disappears.
Which links directly to the next point, I guess. Fit.
You got it. Fit seems to be a major point of contention. Some reviewers, especially those who say they have smaller ears, find them perfect. But others say they feel too small, or they just don't sit securely. It's inconsistent.
And if they don't sit securely,
They fall out. This is a big one. A significant number of reviewers complain that the earbuds fall out frequently, sometimes with very little movement.
oof. That's a deal breaker for a lot of people, especially if you want to use them while, moving.
Absolutely. If you can't trust them to stay in, it really limits their usefulness.
Any other major negatives?
The last recurring one is about the microphone quality. Some users felt it wasn't great for calls, saying the person on the other end had trouble hearing them unless they spoke quite loudly.
So maybe that voice-aware feature isn't a silver bullet for call quality.
Seems like it might not be, or at least not for everyone in every situation.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this. We've got strong points, like value, the price is low, and battery life seems genuinely good for many.
Right. Those are the big wins.
But then we have these potential downsides. Sound quality is inconsistent. Some love it, some find it tiny or lacking bass. And maybe the biggest issue, the fit seems problematic for a chunk of users, leading to them falling out.
Exactly. It's a real mixed bag. That potential for good sound is there, especially with that EQ app. If you're willing to tweak the settings and really work on getting the fit right with the ear tips,
You might get a great experience.
you might. The positive reviews suggest many people do, but the negative reviews about tiny sound and no bass suggest it's not guaranteed right out of the box.
And that fit issue, it feels like a gamble. You don't know if they'll work for your ears until you try them.
Precisely. And if you're planning on being active running gym, even just commuting vigorously, the reports of them falling out are a serious concern.
So considering the price, around $40 list, sometimes less, where do we land? What's the recommendation?
Well, it's definitely not a straightforward yes or no. It's more nuanced. If your main goals are getting the longest possible battery life for the lowest possible price, and you're okay with potentially needing to mess with the EQ settings and experiment with fit,
Then maybe they're worth considering.
yeah, maybe. The value proposition is clearly resonating with a lot of buyers. They could be a good budget pick if they work for you.
But the if is pretty significant here.
It is. So on the flip side, if you've had trouble with earbuds staying in your ears before, or if you really prioritize consistent, good sound quality without needing to tinker too much,
You might want to look elsewhere. Maybe spend a bit more.
that would be our suggestion, yeah. The risk of them not fitting well or the sound not meeting your expectations out of the box seems substantial enough that other options might be less frustrating, even if they cost a bit more.
It really boils down to your personal priorities, doesn't it? How much you value that low price and long battery versus the risk of fit and sound issues.
Couldn't have said it better. It's about weighing those pros and cons against what you need in a pair of earbuds.
Okay, so that's our deep dive into the JBL Vibe Beam, true wireless earbuds, based on the specs and, more importantly, what thousands of users have shared.
We hope breaking it down like this gives you a clearer picture and helps you decide if they might be right for you.
It's all about making an informed choice. And maybe it gets you thinking. Here's something to ponder. You see specs and features listed for all these earbuds, right? battery, drivers, Bluetooth versions.
Yeah, the technical stuff.
But with so many options out there that look similar on paper, what is it beyond those specs that truly makes one pair stand out and connect with users? Is it the fit, the sound signature, the app experience, something else entirely?
That's a good question. What really makes the difference in the real world? Something to think about.